We've got Montrezl Harrell. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Junior. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Now here's James. George finds James. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Harrell. No good. Good work defensively by Capella. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 3-point game. The pass to Collins. And he converts the layup. Young's got 5 points so far.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Offensive rebound.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Pass to Capella. Back to Young. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. Kicks it to Hunter from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
A legit threat from outside. Hunter is very confident taking these shots.
And it's Harrell missing.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
James against Young. Collins trying to break free. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside Leonard for 3. Rebound Atlanta.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance. Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball. And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Young for 3. Rebound by Harrell.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, G.A.? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Young against James. Collins kicks to Bembry. Young taking his time here. Here's Collins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
What's interesting about John Collins, he plays fast, but he's also measured in his approach.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 11. George passes to James. Clippers moving the ball around. A 3 from Leonard. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Leonard's got 5.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Here's James, and James throws it down. I almost figured it would happen with how he played, and now he has made it official. Junior Greg winning his first Rookie of the Month award.
It's a bit baffling. So many teams passed on Junior. He clearly is NBA ready and has been an impact player for this team. This could be just the start of a storied career.
Becoming comfortable from mid-range, Collins makes shots from all 3 levels.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Lloyd Pierce. He complimented the Clippers' D, calling it one of the most versatile he's ever seen. Coach said they have guys who can switch 1 through 5, who have been voted to the all-defensive team. And this is our first time seeing them this year. And he's worried that unfamiliarity will work to the Clippers' advantage. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Collins. He's coming off a 25-point game against Phoenix.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Bembry kicks to Hunter. Clock is at 3. From deep, and the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Here's Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Young against Leonard. Collins trying to break free. And it's good off the back rim and in. 12 points for him.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Pass to Hunter. Pass to Capella. Young outside. Over James. Young, no good. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing here by 8. All around the league, the big news for Junior was he won the Player of the Month. Greg, great performance and production from him every game.
And when you look at the numbers, Junior was the clear choice. What he gave this team in categories across the board cannot be matched. Fantastic month, punctuated by a Player of the Month award.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Here's James, banked in off the glass. James has got 10 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Hawks leading by 7. Young outside. And the pass to Bembry. Now, here's Capella. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the rejection by Harrell. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now, let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Harrell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Marcus Morris. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Atlanta leading by 6. Park passes to Herter. Here's Labissiere, coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Pass to Teague. Good D by James.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Bembry. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. Passes it to Young. Offensive rebound. Here's Capella. Off with the layup. Clippers trail by 9. And so in the game for the Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bembry out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Bembry the pass to Hunter. Collins looking around. Young from outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
James the pass to Harrell. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Atlanta leading by 5. Pass to Collins. Young with the ball. He's got 18. To the paint. And finished off by Collins.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
James. And James throws it down. Well, it was something you could feel was on the verge of happening, Greg. But tonight's game is the game that Junior steps into the starting lineup.
It didn't make sense for Junior to come off the bench anymore. He's too large a part of what this team does on both ends. Junior's earned his right to start.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
They get it back. Kicks it out to James. He feeds it to Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And this is Harrell's game, a skilled interior player who plays with tenacity.
And they double up James. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Bembry. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Jackson against Young. Young is double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Clippers with the ball. Clippers trail by 4. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Dishes it to Capella. It's Young on the wing, defended by George.
Incredible night for Trae. Has direct involvement in nearly every facet of this offense.
Here's James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Hunter kicks to Collins. The pass to Young. Pass to Bembry. Shot clock at 6. Here's Collins. He can't get that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Young inside, defended by George.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And the dunk by James.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Inside. Capella, the pass to Bembry. He kicks it to Young. From deep three-point range. And James pulls it down. Clippers leading by 3. Here's George. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists now in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Passes to Bembry. Back to Young. Pass to Hunter. He dishes it to Capella. And the rejection by James. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. That's tipped. Young outside. Over Jackson. He drains the quick shot. Young's got 25 points in the game.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. Dunk contest level jam. Collins looks like he's having fun out there.
And the dunk by James.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. The Hawks trail by 5. Bembry kicks to Hunter. Outside Collins. Young from outside buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 13 points now in the quarter.
We saw that coming all the way. Trae Young just doing what he does best.
Morris dishes to James. And another shot. And the rejection by Collins. James, the pass to George. 5 on the clock. Jackson, that's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Atlanta's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now let's catch up.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
Paul George is out there with Junior. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it. It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
The Hawks trail by 7. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Bembry, defended by George. Bembry the pass to Collins. Down low, here's Young. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
People worried about Trae Young's size entering the league. Could he stand the punishment? He has answered that question.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
James dishes to Harrell. Morris trying to free himself up. And Harrell, the bucket on the assist by James. James has got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Hawks trail by 6. Outside Collins. Young against James. Young passes to Capella. To the middle. Here's Collins. They get the rebound. Powered down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And the dunk by James.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Stolen by George. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
A terrific ball thief. PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Young against James. Here's Bembry. He's got 5. Tipped away. It's stolen by Morris. James with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And George with the stuff.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
The Hawks trail by 9. And stolen by James. And James throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
What I love about John Collins, he plays with great determination, trying to impose his will.
George finds Morris, and they double up James. Outside Leonard, and here is James, defended by Young, and the rejection by Collins. Morris, no good.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
They'll double him with Harrell to the inside. The pass to Capella over James, and it's Capella missing. Clippers leading by 9. Up the floor, a finish, and James throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And it's sent back by Leonard. Now Harrell. He's got 6. Here's Morris. And the rejection by Collins.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Bembry kicks to Young. Pass to Hunter. James against Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kept alive. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Very hard not to foul a guy who's in constant motion. Collins.
The Hawks trailing. On the court for Atlanta. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bembry, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
He's showing us a lot of everything tonight. Collins becoming more and more versatile at the offensive end.
James, and Capella sends it back. Young is double. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Hunter, no one around him. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Harrell, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Collins passes to Capella. Young up top. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one uncaught.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Definitely. But this is the time when you want the momentum. Late is when you want to impose your will.
Harrell trying to free himself up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Collins.
Attacks the rim with passion and purpose. And if Cobb gets fouled, he'll take it.
That one misses.
He wanted to get his team to lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And good that time.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Young outside. Passes it to Hunter. 6 to shoot. Collins kicks to Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shot by Collins, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And James throws it down.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Bembry. James covering. Capella bounce pass. And here is Hunter. The feed now to Young. Morris trying to free himself up. Collins kicks to Young. Here's Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Young passes to Hunter. Collins against Morris. From about 19 feet, Young's shot is good. Young's got 43 points.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lays it up and banks it in. Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Harrell, the pass to James. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Bembry. He's defended by Harrell. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Back to James. Now the dish to Harrell. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Now, here is Young. Defense right on him. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's Cobb. Stolen by Collins. Now, here is Young. Hunter kicks to Bembry. The three-pointer, no good. The Clippers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Bembry, the pass to Young. Outside Collins. And Young, here we go. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got 47 points.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
And James throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His moves get Trae inside. He's able to take the shot despite the aggressive D.
And he makes the first.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Atlanta calls timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Young kicks to Bembry. Outside Collins. It's Young on the wing. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's James, and the dunk by James. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. In the corner, it's Capella. Back to Young. 4 on the shot clock. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Hunter. Young for 3. And there's the call on John Collins. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Clippers in the lead. Back to James. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Young against James. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got 55.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
He hits the second from the line.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Atlanta's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Bembry the pass to Capella. Young dishes to Collins. Young inside. Working on James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
One thing you can say about Trae Young, he leaves a huge imprint on any basketball game he plays.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Clippers trail. To the paint. Here's James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And James drills them both. Atlanta's shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Here's Young, and it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Bembry. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And George with the stuff.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
So it's Atlanta now. Outside Collins. Inside, Bembry. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The Hawks trail by 3. Young with the ball. Collins up top. He's covered by Leonard. Collins passes to Hunter. And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Easy to see why they get it to Young here. Not afraid to take the big shots.
Feeds to James. And James throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
James against Young. Kicks to Capella. No good on that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Down low. James, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Delivering a much-needed bucket. Harrell always working hard for the team.
And the Hawks with possession here. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Young. And good! He hits it again. That's 62 points. 62!
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. It's going to be Morris shooting. That one on Collins. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Collins.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
It's Young on the wing. James covering. Here's Fernando. Young for three. The rebound by Paul George.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yet another bucket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
Now Young.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 7. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Young against James. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
Another bucket! Wow!
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Capella, the pass to Herter. Here's Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the pressure Trae Young puts on defenses. Outstanding at taking it to them and drawing the foul.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Hawks making a switch here. Herter's checked in.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Hawks making a switch here.
Scout. Labissiere.
Here's Capella. And here's Young from the arc. They get it again, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Over to the wing. And stolen by Harrell. So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time